What's going on, everybody? You know what it is. It's your boy Earl, Urban Wall Street Project, of course. And you're about to be blessed with something real special. We're doing a new season right now. And right now we're about to showcase a nice in-studio series with actors, entertainers, artists. Got a very special guest in the house. The brother's been doing a lot of big things. He's got a music company, record label. He's a rapper. He's an actor. And most notably, you're going to see him in the upcoming American Gangster film with Denzel. I'm talking about my man, Mr. Isaiah Stokes, a.k.a. In the Hood, Mr. Isaiah FONTY. What's good, brother?
How what up, baby? I'm good, man.
Definitely. Definitely good to see you again. You know, we met over the summer. He's politicking, talking about how he's going to get some things together. So that's a beautiful situation. So I know a little bit about you, you know what I'm saying? I read the bio and checked it out. We politic. But let's talk about Mr. Isaiah Stokes. You know, who is Isaiah Stokes for my people?
Well, I say, like, Isaiah Stokes is definitely a hustler and a hard worker, you know what I'm saying? If you don't think I'm a hustler or you don't think I'm, you know, going hard, then that means you don't know me. Right. So to know me is to know that I'm on my grind 25/8, 366, you know what I mean?
No question. Right. So I know you're an actor, you do music, so tell me, your passion is definitely entertainment.
Yeah, definitely.
Which one was it first? Was it acting or was it music?
It was actually the music first because I come from like a music family, you know what I'm saying? So my pops, he played jazz. My grandfather, he played the blues and stuff. My uncle was like the funk era, that's like, you know, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, all that stuff. I was just always surrounded around music my whole life growing up, and I was born in 1980, so I was introduced to the hip-hop era, you know what I'm saying?
Baby,
80s, baby, the Reagan era, Reaganomics.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we talk, so FONTY Records. Tell us a little bit about FONTY Records.
FONTY Records is actually an acronym for From Our Neighborhood to Yours.
Okay.
And that started when I was in college. It was a student organization. We was doing different events for the campus, just trying to bring out the positive aspects of the hip-hop culture. And, I was having like a hard time with the student activities office because they looked at hip-hop as like negative and gangster rap and stuff. And I was trying to let them know that rap is one element of hip-hop. Hip-hop is a culture. It's break dancing, graffiti, DJing, MCing and stuff. So,
no question.
I didn't want them to just tune out the whole, the whole culture as negative.
Right.
And, my job was just to bring like, show everything positive about it. And bring, because I grew up in New York City, Southside, Jamaica, Queens. So I wanted to bring that to the people out there just to show them like, there's a lot of good things that come from this culture, which is now like billion, if not $1 trillion industry. You know what I'm saying?
No question. That's a beautiful thing. So the music, started in music, had definitely influence with the family, and that's a beautiful thing because we brothers in the hood. That's one of like our saviors, and that gets a lot of cats out the hood. That music game, whether it's jazz, R&B, hip hop, that has definitely saved a lot of individuals and created opportunities when seemingly there were not other opportunities there. The Urban Wall Street Project, we talk about education, social consciousness, entertainment, because we are a very diverse people, and we encompass a variety of different aspects and genres of industries. But it's really important to showcase, for me, up-and-coming talent that's actually out there that might not get that platform to be recognized if you're not already A-lister, you know what I'm saying? You might be bubbling under. So this right here, this is going to give all the shine opportunities for my bubble under the cats that I've checked out their resume and checked out their bio or their filmography, and I respect what they're doing, I respect where they're going, and I definitely want to create opportunity for them to come get some more exposure and let the world know who they are. So now we got the music. Let's talk about the actor, because I checked out your filmography. You definitely got a lot of things under your belt. How did you come into acting, bro?
Acting was because, again, I was doing the music, you know what I'm saying? And as you know, there's 1,000,001 rappers, so I needed to stand out, you know what I'm saying? And the way I did, I said, you know what? It was right before my video was going to play on BET. You know what I'm saying? I had a video called Pleasure's Paradise that I played on BET on the Uncut for like over 13 months in a row. And I was getting a lot of, of course, national exposure because BET is a nationwide station, whatever. And I said I need more exposure because, I need my records to be played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? When people walk down the street, I need people to know who I am. So I said, if I get into acting, and people be like, oh, they see me in the movie. And even if it's a small role, they'd be like, wait a minute, that guy just seen this video on TV. And just amp up the whole thing. So, you know, I started off doing, you know, background work on the cattle calls, open calls and stuff, and just worked my way up, you know what I'm saying? And one role just led to another. And, you know, it's definitely, you gotta be humble about it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think they're just gonna come in and, you know, their first role gonna be with Will Smith, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's gonna be co-starring you, but I mean, those dudes have to pay their dues, so you have to pay your dues also.
No question,
you know
that's very important. We talk about that.
Yeah.
You gotta pay your dues.
You gotta pay your dues, and when I'm on set, I pay attention to what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And I see, like, you know, how everything is mapped out, and I just be like, listen, I'll be like, okay, this scene's going like this, so for me to, you know, get better in this scene, I need to be standing over here, I need to be in this area, and I politic, I network, and people just gave me a shot, you know what I'm saying? I guess they seen the ambition and all that stuff.
No question.
And you know, one thing just led to another. My first film was, I did a documentary called City Jewels, about the kids who got trampled during the basketball game. Puffy had a while back at City College.
Okay, 91.
You know, it just so happened the casting director for that happened to be casting for the 50 Cent movie. Wound up in a 50 Cent movie, and then once I did that, you know, I wound up in the Cameron movie. Then, you know, I wound up in a movie with Alicia Keys' moms. Played one of the main characters in that. That one was called City Teacher. Then I wound up in, you know, Rescue Me with Dennis Leary. And this is just from, once I do one role, when I walk up on set or I go, you know, on a casting call, whatever, I say, yo, you know, I just finished this one. I say, oh yeah, wow, okay, wow. You know, you got a pretty good start. And they just said, yeah, you gotta make one thing lead to the other.
Now let me ask you, and I'm glad you talked about it, because, you know, a lot of young people want to get into the game, they want to be in the music industry, they want to be actors, they want to be filmed, but like you said, a lot of people don't recognize you have to be very humble with it.
Yeah.
And you have to be diligent. And, you know, you got to be respectful and courteous, and you definitely have to pay attention. You said some very important things. When you're on set, you're paying attention. You're letting people know other things that you've done, and that's really important. You know, we talk about it. If you want people to know what you're doing, you really, really got to be conscious of who you are and the people around you, and make sure that you know, sometimes you get one shot. Eminem said you get one shot, so you got to make sure you handle your business when that opportunity comes. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, my thing is talking to people. Now, I know being in the industry, we both in the industry. I do TV, I've done film, and you do the same. Some of the I can say misrepresentation, misconceptions, Isaiah. Because, you know, with a lot of people have misconceptions. In your opinion, from young actors, up and coming, you talking to, or just being on sets, and being in the music too, from both different industries, what do you think is some of the greatest misconceptions new people have coming into the game?
I say for the music, a lot of rappers be lying, man. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah, man. Those ain't really their cars. The jewelry they borrow, you know what I'm saying? They ain't their fur jacket, they ain't their girls, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, you know, a lot of it has to do with image, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And making things seem larger than life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of people need to know that it's entertainment, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it's entertainment.
And that's basically what it's for. They use the same type of formula that someone would do with a movie. You want big explosions, you want, you know, you want the car chases, you want the big gunfights, you know, you want to make it, you know, more than what it is. So a lot of that, you know, people should know. Of course, there's exceptions for people who really at that status, but for the most part, a lot of them are just putting on a show for you.
Right.
So I think that's a big misconception, that, you know, people think that these people are really living these lives. And as far as like the films, you know, as I said earlier, you know, people think you're just going to walk up on a movie set and you're going to be co-starring with Denzel, or, you know, every girl might think they're going to get the Halle Berry role. But, you know, you got to play your due. You got to be that crackhead. You got to be whatever you got to do to work your way up.
A lot of people don't realize that both Halle Berry and Sam Jackson both played crackheads in, you know, in the same movie. Chris Rock, you know what I'm saying?
You look at, I was telling people all the time, you see Coming to America.
No question.
In the barbershop scene, there was a dude sitting in the chair not saying one word.
Right.
And he was just smiling. And he was in that scene where they was talking about, you know, they seen Mike Tyson. And
right.
That dude was Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
he was getting a haircut.
He was getting a haircut.
Yeah.
One line, he was an extra in the background.
Right.
You know, he had to be like, all right, I'm trying to work my way up, so this is what I got to do.
No question.
You know what I mean?
And then going on to become a Academy winner for Jerry Maguire. So it's a beautiful thing. So like again, it's all about patience. You know, you can have whatever it is you want, but you got to be patient. You got to be diligent. Nothing's going to come easy. Nothing comes overnight. But steady work, perseverance, persistence, humility will generally deliver whatever it is the goal or obstacle you're trying to overcome or achieve. That's a beautiful thing. So let's talk. You've done a lot of things. I want to get into it. American Gangster. How did it feel when your agent called you, Isaiah? You got the part.
Believe it or not, I ain't even got no agent.
Well, okay.
That happened through, I was doing something for a magazine, and the people that were doing the interview on the magazine, you know, they already knew I was in other films and TV shows and stuff, and they said, yo, they're having like an open call for American Gangster. You know what I'm saying? And basically they were looking for people to be in the background and stuff.
Right.
And I wasn't, my head wasn't, it's not big now, it wasn't big then. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll be in the background.
No
I
question.
didn't even know what the movie was about, nothing like that.
Right.
So I went there, you know, gave them my headshot, my resume, they took a look at it. Next thing you know, they called me and they said, yeah, early in the morning. They said, we need you to come on set today. You know, we want you to play part of Lucas's crew in the film, right? I said, yeah, I don't know, because I was supposed to start a job that same day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta eat.
And yeah. I was like, yeah. I said, it's kind of short notice. I said, he was like, yeah, but we're using these people throughout same people throughout the whole movie. If you're gonna come, we're gonna need you, you know, consistently or whatever. I said, well, who's Lucas? He said, oh, yeah, that's Denzel Washington's character. I said, oh, okay. I'll do that.
Oh, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah, and I had to make that sacrifice.
No question.
To put that job on pause to do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't really make that sacrifice. You know, that's another part about success. You gotta be willing to make huge sacrifices.
Yeah, no, Isaiah. It's very important. I'm seeing that feeling. Y'all hear me say it all the time. My people that watch it, it's up and coming, inspiring. You gotta sacrifice. And it was above that almost passed the opportunity that looking back, if he had realized that he had passed and like, yo, hold up, Lucas was Denzel, and they called me for that, you'd be kicking yourself. Yeah. So sometimes, because he was willing to be humble and sacrifice and take a loss, kind of wound up winning on the end. So what was it like shooting that film? You know, without giving us details, just tell me, what was it like working on that film?
It was good because there's a lot of people in that movie. Of course, there's Denzel, there's Russell Crowe, there's T.I. Free T.I., by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Hope you come home soon. Hope you get all that cleared up. You know what I mean? The RZA's in it from Wu-Tang. Common's in it.
Okay.
A whole lot of actors in there. And it's pretty much almost kind of like when Robert Townsend was doing his movies, when he just put everybody in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it was great to be around all those people. And then, you know, it was like I ain't gonna front. Like when you be on set, like I remember after I did the scene with Denzel, I was kind of like, man, like Kanye West, so you can't tell me nothing. You know
Right.
But you know, then you gotta come back to earth. Like,
no question,
the grind still continues. You know what I'm saying? But I was telling somebody before, I never worked with Sidney Poitier, but that's probably like the closest to it because seeing Denzel work, he's just a professional person. He's, you know, diplomatic and it's like when he comes in, he does his scene, and he's in and out, and he moves on like he's seriously focused. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a real focused person. And even someone at his career still has an acting coach, still trying to perfect his craft.
20 million in pictures, still has a coach.
Still has a coach, and he prepares for roles like. You know what I'm saying? He just don't jump into a part. He'll read the background, visit the area. He'll live the life for the person, you know, to get more in depth, so he can really, you know, give his best performance.
That's it. And like I said, I know Denzel's a humble dude.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of meeting him in L.A. At his restaurant George's. You know,
Yeah.
real down to earth brother, t-shirts, sweats, and sneakers, like basic New York baseball cap.
Yeah.
Real humble, and I respect and appreciate it. I think that's why he's had such success and longevity, because to me, from my conversation with him, and as brief as it was, you can just sense a straight genuine personality there. Like, this is what it is, and this is what it's not. No in between, no faking the funk. It's what it is. And that's a beautiful situation. So tell me, where was American Gangster? I know it's coming out soon. Where was it shot? Where'd you shoot that?
Every borough in New York City.
Okay.
We did Governor's Island. We did the Hilton on 5th Avenue. We did Coney Island, Marlboro Projects. We did Harlem, by Grant's Tomb.
Right.
And basically, it was a pretty much on location film.
Right.
Sometimes you do see films and they may shoot a couple of scenes of the city,
right.
and then they put everything in the studio.
True.
And make you think the whole movie was in New York, but it wasn't.
Right.
This one was actually hands-on. Like, when you were filming, when we were in Coney Island, and we was in the projects, like, a whole bunch of girls came downstairs with T-shirts, and they wrote on them, "We love you, T.I." on the shirts, and you see them right there, like, we really in the midst of everything, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that did a lot for the film, because, it allows you to really feel it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it was more authentic, you know what I'm saying?
No question.
Being on location.
No question. So now I'm going to switch off, and go back to your music a little bit, because I know that's definitely your passion.
Yeah.
And I brought you. So let's talk about the music. I know we got FONTY Records. What you got up next? I know you got some music, you got a disc coming out.
Yeah.
Talk about some people that's sponsoring you.
I got a situation right now with Moa Hennessy USA.
Okay.
I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Hennessy himself.
All right.
Through a good friend of mine. And that led to my Hennessy Cognac partnering with my record company to put out my latest release, which is I Love You, Isaiah Volume 2, like it or not,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
True that.
And that was just like a blessing right there, because that's a bigger company than what people, they think. Like, see, people when they hear Hennessy, they think, it's just Hennessy, but the parent company's Moa Hennessy USA, and they have a huge portfolio of different liquors, like, Dom Perignon and Grand Marnier and Moet, you know what I'm saying? And then, their partners with Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
And, they just bought Aston Martin. So, it's a lot of possibilities just being affiliated with that, it was a beautiful opportunity. I thank God I'm blessed for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a good situation. So we got the new project. So tell me, now your style, you're a lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what's your vibe? Because everybody brings something to the game. What is it that Isaiah Stokes brings to the game? I Love Isaiah. What's on that compilation that makes me want to run copy?
I think it's like an autobiography. We talked about earlier, like, a lot of rappers, maybe feed you a dream or give you a facade, but I Love You, Isaiah is based on a true story about a relationship I had with a girl, and I made a song about it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just try to keep it real factual, you know what I'm saying? So people could relate to it, you know what I'm saying? So someone who might have been in my position could relate to it. Like, everyone can't relate to Phantoms and Maybachs and iced out jewelry and everything, because the majority of people don't have that. There's a select few that actually in that position. So I just pretty much tried to keep this one as close to the hood as I could. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too far.
True.
That's how I try to keep it. When you listen to the stories, it's just me speaking about my personal experiences. So I think that's what puts me in a different position. Also, like, my style is like laid back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can tell that.
That's how I am as a person. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
But then I got a couple joints in there where I'm rhyming fast. I got a couple joints that's for the ladies, for the club, for the street. You know what I'm saying? I had help from a whole bunch of producers.
I think there's some production on there.
Yeah, I got Easy Mo B on there.
Okay, Easy Mo, all right.
Yeah, he worked on Biggie's first album.
No question.
He did like half of that album.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? I got Scram Jones on there. I got Needles. I got Omen. I got Q Beats. I got Mr. Fingers. To name a few, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you do any production yourself, Isaiah?
No, actually, I produced the I Love You Isaiah track, which really wasn't that hard because it's basically a loop, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say I'm a producer, but, you know, growing up in the studio, you figure a couple things out. You're like, let me try my hand on this, whatever. But I ain't going to say I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I came up with something real quick, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get into that because, you know, that's another creative part of the music process, making the beats, because that determines whether somebody's going to bop their head or whether, you know, they're going to be happy or sad or whatever when they listen to the music.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm saying you definitely got your hands in a lot of pots, and I love to see it, man. I love to, you know, see brothers doing the thing, because, you know, unfortunately, a lot of us are not handling our business. Some of us are handling our business, but no one's really showcasing us. No one showcases us when we're doing great things, or let a brother get caught, you know, in a compromising situation, whether it be large or small, and the media's ready to blow him up and, you know, tear down everything he's trying to accomplish. So it's really important, you know, that we recognize the accomplishments of each other, and we keep building them up. Now, you know, a lot of things is passion. We talk about it. What continues to drive you? What's your passion that keeps you on, that keeps you going?
When I look at like the Forbes magazine,
Forbes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell people all the time, people say, yo, what's going on? What you been up to? Like, you know, just trying to make $1 billion real quick.
True that.
Something light, you know what I mean?
Right, paper.
Because it is something light. When you really look at the, you know, the work for the country and the work for the world.
No question.
I was looking at Forbes magazine, they got people in there like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and Oprah, and they were like in, you know, the top 400 for billionaires and all that, but they had people in there that make $794 a second. I said, man, that's crazy. Like, how do you even come up with that statistic?
$794
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like a second. So how do you get paid every second? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even break that down?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy. That's how you know. Yeah, that's how you know when it's real, and that's how you know, how small you are as opposed to the bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? So me making $1 billion, I ain't hurting nobody, man.
Nah.
You know, there's still people that got islands, planes, you know, it's a whole lot out there. So
no question.
$1 million to me is kind of like, you know, that's nothing, because by the time you pay taxes on that and everything, you're gonna be back in the same hole.
So important, and I'm glad you said that, Isaac. And I'm happy to hear it, brother, because it shows me that you're conscious, brother, and you're conscious in your craft, knowing that a lot of things what we believe to be is not. And I'm glad you said it, because a lot of times I'm talking to young cats, and the worst thing about brothers in the hood is everybody knows, right? Yeah. Oh, I know, son. I know, I'm good. And like, how do you know something that you're not a part of, you've never been in, you've never done, you've never received revenue from? And I say that to say this: individuals see you on TV, and they think right off the top, you got crazy paper. They see you in a 5-second clip in a movie, yo, and they think you got wild paper. They don't know that, you know, that might not be a residual spot. That just make a one-time nice check. Let them know, Isaiah. You gotta put your work in to get these checks. You don't just get $20 million a picture.
Nah, man. And you know, it's like the important thing is like another thing that drives me is when I see all those other things like with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? A great thing to do is get your passport. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because there's 7 continents out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that never left a borough, never left the city. You know what I'm saying? So if that's all you see, that's all you're gonna know, you know what I'm saying? And once you see other things, like if you actually laid your eyes on an $84 million house, then you're like, oh, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Right,
yeah, I could use one of those.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? And those people, you know, they pay their dues too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at somebody like Bill Gates, you know what I mean? He's a billionaire now, but you know, he was in his mother's garage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He dropped out of school to pursue his dream and all that.
Sophomore in college.
Yeah, and he ain't hit it till like his late 30s, maybe past that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. I'm glad you said it. A lot of our young people, let them know you're not just going to hit it. Most of the people who have the billions and the millions, the average is not 20. You see a couple of rappers with the chain, okay, that's not even 1%, not even 0.05%. When to rip the wealthy people are generally above 40. Yeah. It takes time to know who you are to build it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple lucky ones.
There's a couple lucky ones. Like you said, generally, when you see the average grown-up driving the Mercedes or the Maybach or the Bentley or the Rolls, he's not 26. Yeah. Average. He's put some time in. He's an executive, or he or she, or they got lucky, like you said. But that's not the norm. The norm is go hard, right?
Some people like that, because they surround themselves around people that are doing that. Like,
say it again, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta surround yourself around a company that you want to be like.
No
you know
question,
what I'm saying?
no question.
You know, so if you trying to be like a tennis player, you ain't hanging out at the bowling alley.
No.
You ain't learning nothing over there.
Right.
You gotta be at the U.S. Open. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, with Wimbledon and all that. You gotta surround yourself around that company so that you could be a better tennis player. And when you know, some people are born into money. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
When they think of ideas, they're able to make that investment. I think that hinders a lot of people too. I mean, people got a lot of ideas, but they don't have investors and stuff. So, you know, you just gotta basically surround yourself and someone told me that preparation and opportunity equals success. You know what I'm saying?
No question. So before we get out of here, Isaiah, what's next up on for you? What's next up for Isaiah?
What's next for me is want to hit the road, you know what I'm saying? I wanna go to Japan. I'm going to Japan, but I mean that's another big venue for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to Africa. I want to go to Africa. More films. I got a film that I'm doing called Only the Hood Dies Young.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot that this winter. I'm gonna continue with the music. I'm doing a lot of collabos right now. You know what I'm saying? And just keep on, you know, going for that $1 billion mark. And after I make $1 billion, then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do from there. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's up. Yo, my man, my people, you've been in studio. Special series with my man Isaiah FONTY. You gotta check him out in the upcoming film, American Gangster. You know, if you're catching this online on our YouTube channel, if it's after the date, the movie's in theaters, go check it out because my man's doing some big things. Check out, you know what I'm saying, I Love Isaiah because the album is definitely gonna be crazy. Something for a little bit of everybody. As we always say, stay positive, keep your head up, get your mind right, keep your money right, stay focused, be humble, and work hard, you feel me? I want to thank my guest, Mr. Isaiah FONTY. It's been a beautiful situation. Urban Wall Street Project. Keep tuning in, y'all. We're going to keep bringing it. Peace. Yeah, so you know my name is here. Say the nigga look like.